Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm not even gonna make noise because as you all know, this show contains two people, but by now, I just mate. After last night, I'm not gonna go into a rant. I'm just gonna just relax. I'm just gonna relax because last night was a good night. Spencer Fearon has chosen to attend late again. And if I start referencing a race of people, if I start referencing a race of people and saying that man's time, then you're going to think I'm just following the normal suit. But I don't know what's wrong with us. I actually just don't know what's wrong with us. I can't even put myself in the us. I'm not part of the us. Because I deal with punctuality and perfect attendance. This brother, country, what is the matter with him? Just tell me what's the matter with him. Is it like, has he got some little automatic pilot thing in his head where he just says, be late, be late, be late? Like what is it? I just can't get this thing. Just help me, brothers. Just help me, brothers and sisters. I don't know what this world is coming to. Remember that tune, brothers and sisters. Look, did you hear that? Wait. Did you hear that? Look, bro. What's the matter with you? So, what do you mean the bloody? You're supposed to sort the thing out from early on. On what? What's the work? What's the point being on from hard pass? Just why isn't it working? Why? Why isn't it working, Spence? Oh my goodness gracious me! What do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean? Just start the show? What's the time? The show started, bro. What do you mean? What am I shouting for? Nah. Don't try this little reverse psychology business. What do you mean? What am I shouting for? What do you mean? What am I shouting for? Why are you telling me to behave myself? Bro, man, put the phone down on me. Man, put the phone down on me like... Man, put the phone down on me like I'm his girl. The man put the phone down on me like I'm his girl. I'm not your girl, bro. I'm not your missus. Don't put your phone down on me like that. What's the matter with you? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me just... Oh, you see I brought out the shades today. You see the shades? The Tom Fords. I brought out the shades because I need shade to shield me away from Spencer's just madness. Anyway, Gary Blake, well, I don't know, mate. There always has to be something. It was a beautiful show. We was all getting ready to this. He's there saying, why am I shouting? Why am I shouting? Or like, oh, what? What's it got to do with me, bro? I'm on time. I'm on time. Don't take your little domestic issues out of me. I'm not having it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me start, as always, with the magical words. Dream it, believe it, become it. And I will say Spencer's dry part, come on down. You know Spencer's dry old 1930s part. Come on down. Dead. That's dead. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's go straight into it. The panel are gonna have to just back me up tonight because old man Spencer, little Shaolin master, has decided. Charlotte Master decided to be late again. Yeah, Gary, dry like crackers. You know, Jacob's crackers without no butter. dry like Jacob's cracker, without no butter. Come on down. What is that? Anyway, look, there's even too much banter going on. And we're 5 minutes in the show. Look, you're asking where's Spencer. Well, Spencer's, we don't even know where Spencer is. He's now blaming the miss. Gary. He's blaming the missus. Why you, what's it about? I can't even get the words out of my mouth. He's like, why are you shouting for? Why are you shouting for? I pressed the thing. I was in the shoe, you're early. Bro, it don't matter if you're early. You're supposed to be on time. That is the whole crux of the show. Be on time. And then there'll be no need for this out. Yes, school excuses. Old time QM. Come with school textbook excuses. Anyway, Shane Rashid, you know where it is. Spencer FEARON, the knowledge. But let me just say, his knowledge is late. And his knowledge is dry. You know, there always has to be a dry one in the relationship. Anyway, let us get straight into it. I wanted to get into it with my brother from another, the one and only Spencer FEARON, but he's having technical issues at the moment, ones which I'm sure will be sorted very soon. But let us get into it. Caressa, the GWO shields against the silent assassin, Savannah Marshall. What a contest we had last night. And let me just say, last night, women absolutely put themselves in the sport of boxing. Old tight, Bobby Wright, thank you for the £5 donation. He says, what a fight. And yes, what a fight it was. You know, and I actually said to a reporter that we are fast gonna have to realize that not only is it, we're gonna have to stop calling it women's boxing and just call it boxing, because there can't be no fragmentation or disunion when two females are displaying such skill, tenacity, motivation, and just will. You know, last night you had two young ladies who really put it all on the line. Neither of them wanted to lose, and in reality, neither of them did lose because they showed the world. You know, I mean, listen, I said again, forget about the title women's boxing. Men, you're gonna have to work hard for men to sell out the O2 Arena in London. Men. So don't worry about the women. The women, after last night, showed that they have the drawing power, the capacity to do it. And it was a dominant, if I say so myself, it was a dominant performance by Caressa, in the sense that there was a lot of talk made about the fact that Savannah had 12 contests, the fact that she had 10 KOs, she was a knockout artist, and that she really was gonna stop Caressa. The cheek of it. The cheek of it, fam. Sorry, I'm using that word again. Yeah. But that was the talk. You know, she would have too much power, and somewhere in the fight, the power would tell. And as I said, power really resonates from the mind. You know, it's like I say, we know, all right, Deontay Wilder has got an impressive knockout resume, but you put Anthony Joshua in with the same guys that he knocked out, and Anthony Joshua will knock them out. I mean, that's just facts. So sometimes it's always about who's standing in front of you. And old type Miss Ringside, $8.99. She said yesterday was phenomenal. What talent, bravery, and courage was displayed. Big up all the ladies. It was an explosive card. Glad to be a part of history. And I second that, Miss Ringside. It was from top to bottom exciting. Congratulations to Caroline Dubois. They were singing, they were playing that tune as well. That Caroline tune, big. And young Dubois showed she is definitely one for the future. Great repertoire. Again, a lot of will and determination. And she got the stoppage. And so she is definitely going to be one to look at for in the future. But we have to go back to the main event. And Gary, you know what we're going to do? Seeing that Spencer is having technical issues, let's put up the link. People come into the show because we just improvise on this thing out. Gary, put up the link if you're there. I don't know. You said you was going to be late, but I've seen that you've commented. Gary, if you can, let's put up the link and let's get some live people in the show speaking about what was a fantastic night last night. One thing I want to ask the audience is, how did they score it? Because, some people were saying it was closer. Some people didn't even give Savannah 2 rounds. And I'm being honest with you. I'm just being totally honest with you, as I always am on The Fight Is Right. I watched the fight today because, when you're there live and then you watch it at home on TV, no crowd audience there, sometimes you get different opinions. Watching it today, the most, anyway, Otai, Jasvinder, Suri, thank you for the £2, sir. He said someone, hold on, let me get that back. He said someone threw some water on Spencer. Someone throw some water on Spencer, wake him up. Bro, I don't know what is happening with Spencer. But when the show goes on, regardless. Gary, let's get some people in the thing. But yeah, I'm saying, me personally, Tunde AJAYI, ain't nobody else. From my perspective, my humble perspective, the most I'm giving Savannah is 3 rounds. And you hear how the 3 came out? The 3 didn't even come out like a 3. The 3 came out like 3. Because 2, I can say, yeah. 3, I feel that I'm being generous. Vago, same. He said 8-2. Chrissy, Blue 1-2-3. She says 9-1. Yeah. What brother say 1 round you got? Vago kind of agrees with me. Conveying ideas says rounds 1 and 4 to Marshall. So again, 2 rounds. Judges got it about right, according to Sweet Sugar. I gave her 1 round, 7-3, 8-2. Bro, Andrew Edwards, 7-3, Shields at the best. This is what I'm saying. I'm giving Savannah 3 rounds at the best. Easy work for Carissa Shields. 8-2, says Daniel J. Boateng. 7-3 Max Snaps. No way was it close. We're going to talk about that. Caleb Plant. Do you know I haven't even watched the fight? Because I was so tired. I haven't even watched that. Well, I need to watch that fight today, but I know he got the victory. I think he got the victory. That's what I saw on YouTube. Someone needs to tell me. But that's why I need Spencer here. But Jermaine Williams says 2 rounds I gave her. Again, Miss Ringside says I have to watch it back. It looked close live on both fights. Miss Ringside, as much as I respect your opinion, because I know it's high, I know you've been watching boxing from the get-go, Savannah Marshall versus Claressa was not close. The other Boom Gardner thing, sorry, I'm talking out of context again. Alicia Baumgardner and Mayer, that was close. That was a close fight. Again, opinions are differ on this. Some people say that Mayer won it quite handily. And other people are saying that they gave it to the Bomb. Someone saying I missed a Snapchat. You sure about that? Okay, Leah O, thank you for the 449. She says, honestly, Nigerians say honestly. 10-0. 10-0. Straight. Wash. 10-0. To me, they only have Savannah, the rounds she was competitive in. And that is a great point. And I feel that because there was that little bit of competitiveness, we as the home fighter, it may have gone to her. But no way was it close. So she's saying straight whitewash or blackwash. 10 nil. 10 nil. A lot of people, yeah, no way was it. Let me go back. Tun, can you tell is yards? Can you tell us yards running regime? No, sir. Brummy Packy, that's what you call yourself. So no one don't say I'm being racist. So I'm putting it in the comment. Your name is Brummy Packy. You said, Tun, can you tell us yards running regime? Brummy Packy, no. How you like that one? I ain't telling you nothing. Bro. If it was Spencer probably spilled the beans. I ain't telling you nothing. Well, for you to come copy up the thing and then I'm not giving no information. You have to pay for that. And even you couldn't even pay for it. That's a secret. Anyway, timing is everything. You missed Sugar Ray 29. I'm looking for it, but I can't see it. This is why I need Gary. Where's Gary? Gary usually deals with all of this. I'm gonna go back through the comments and see if I can see his Snapchat. Bobby Wright? No, I never see nothing. I can't see nothing from Sugar Ray 29. And it is highlighted. And unless I'm missing something, I cannot see one thing from Sugar Ray. I'm going again. I'm scrolling. Sorry. Javan, no. Yep. Sugar Ray, no. Brommy Packy's there. Leah, she's there. There's a lot of comments here today. A lot of comments. Seems like a lot of people have opinions on this. And I think I'm there. No, I can't see it, Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray, if you put it up and then I'll read it out regardless. That name is wrong. Gary, you're here. Gary, can we put the link up? I believe Spencer has finally sorted out his technical issues and wants to join us. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the other half of what has now become the greatest podcast in the world, the one, the only, Mr. Spencer, the knowledge, FEARON.
Bro, you're talking too much thingy because the pals are trying to mash us up, bro.
Wow.
Bro, I was on there for half an hour and then all of a sudden the thing just cut out. It just cut out on me. I said, bro, what's going on there? And as I said, well, I told you I can't hear you. Carissa just sent me a message, said, Spence, when do you want me to jump on?
Hey, the quote.
The quote. So I was trying to talk to her and then trying to, it's some, I'm not giving that no powers, man. It is what it is, man. Chuck.
Yeah. Louder. Let's just work. Because they're all talking about how you rode up in the Rolls Royce. and Carissa was looking like a superstar.
You know what, Tun?
Because she is a superstar.
She is a superstar. But yes. It's not even a fact of that, yeah? It was a fact of, I'm glad now that it seems that British judges are catching up to the skill factor demonstrated by certain fighters. Because before they never used to get it. Do you know what I mean? Before they used to look at it, this is tippy-tappy pads. Before all of that, they didn't get none of those kind of things. It's like now they're getting it. And that's the nice thing about what's happening, like this new reverberation, this new wave of British boxing or something that you've been doing for a long time. I've understood for a very long time because I was a participant in it, like when I was going out to the gyms in America, and it seems like now they're catching up. And that's a good thing because I was nervous on when they came to the scoring team. I was nervous.
I'll ask you a question, Spence. I was sitting next to you, Liam McKenzie, and Anne, and I kept on saying to you, look, where are the judges from? Now, the names I heard, unless I heard wrong, they didn't sound British to me.
They didn't.
Were they British judges? I mean, I'm going
to go check. Let me Google it right now. The judges.
I don't think, unless I'm mistaken, judges for shoot. Oh, bloody hell. Listen. Usually it's on the oh yeah, just go on BoxRec, innit? That's all. And then just go on the results. Go on, carry on, Spence.
Nah, I'm just saying. And the worst thing is this, like with poor Clarissa, she's like I contact her through WhatsApp. So certain times it goes in and out of reception. So I'll get her and it will get 1 tick or you get 2 ticks. So it's like it's a bit of a madness. But I'm gonna keep on trying her because I know I just spoke to her. She said, yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, from what I can see, there was only one British judge, and that was Steve Gray.
And how did he score it? He scored it wide as well.
Gray scored it only by 2 points.
Now, well, see that there again. Do you see?
Steve Gray scored it 60. No. Yeah. No. Yes, that's right. Referee Steve Gray scored it 96-94. So that's 2 rounds. Referee.
Yeah, he gave Clarissa 6 rounds and he gave my girl 4 rounds.
Wait,
right?
Luigi Boscarelli scored it 97-93, and Frank Lombardi scored it 97-93 as well.
Well,
so,
and that was my scorecard, 97-93. And when I look back at it, I said I made a miscalculation because I actually gave Savannah Marshall 2 rounds and I gave her a draw the last round.
That's exactly what I was talking to Shasti this morning, and that's exactly what I said. That's why I said the last round, I can say, let me just get to Savannah. And that was the 3 rounds.
Well, Tunde, I can't even say that. I can't say that I gave her the 3 rounds. I gave her a share of the last round.
Yeah, but right? as I said, it's home advantage. You always would think that the judges would sway with a home fighter.
You know what? Like I'm saying, we've seen some really, really bad decisions happen in professional boxing for a hot minute. Especially like over here. Like no more notably than the Jack Catterall Taylor fight, which I thought was bad. So when we're seeing it now, we're seeing like a kind of like guys have got to get with a program now. And they are getting with a program because it's like Ian John Lewis is now being demoted in his refereeing job. You know what I mean? And now he's being demoted. That's what he's trying to call out to man to try. I said, bro, don't ever call out to me. You try to mash up my team. Me and Robert Smith are safe, right? You come hang up me and Tunde yesterday as well. They know what time of day it is. Don't try to bring us in.
Big up Robert Smith, right? Doing a fantastic job as the head and the chairman of the British Boxing Board of Control. A man that knows boxing, and a great guy that's helped me in the past as well with certain issues. So big up Robert Smith from the British Boxing Board of Control.
Well, so like I'm saying, when I'm seeing like the skills demonstrated yesterday by Clarissa Shields, remember, because it's a 2-minute round, yeah, it's literally a sprint. Because like I remember, like when you started off in the amateurs, yeah.
Man said Ian John Lewis rascal. sorry. Carry on.
Right. In the juniors, you're doing 1.5 minute rounds when I was boxing, many years ago. Right? 1.5 minutes. Then it got moved to 2 minutes. Yeah? And then it got moved to open class. But Bobby Wright saying the Maya fight was all British judges. And that's what I'm trying to say, because the British, and don't think that the British judges don't know. They know.
Well, let me just cut you there for a sec. That would actually buttress and support what you're saying, because there were a lot of people who felt that Maya won with the basic. Remember, I was sitting right next to you, and I was like, this girl, she's gonna nick it with a straight 1-2s. Yeah, that's what I felt. But now, as Bobby Wright has just notified us and told us, all 3 judges were British, meaning that what you're saying is actually correct. That they're
coming up to scratch.
They're starting to recognize, if they hadn't already, the skill factor, and you have to judge for that. Alicia was doing some beautiful beautiful hand control movement when she was moving off to the side. It's like she was doing some Shaolin thing.
Bro.
You know, this Shaolin master. Yeah, she was busting moves. And times gone by, I get what you're saying. Man, I don't, you know, this thing about this British, when you say British judges, I don't really like that. I just feel like it's just people are people and perceptions are different.
No, that's not true.
That's what I feel, because remember, the reason why I say that, I mean, I'll go back what I say. The reason why I say that, you go to Germany, people say the German judges. In Germany, you go to Russia, they say the Russian. So it's like people are people. That's what I believe anyway.
Yeah, I hear that. But what I'm saying is, those guys haven't really caught up to the skill factor of what is or what was the zenith in professional boxing, and where the mecca was set. The mecca of boxing, regardless of if we look at history, where we say, like, I could go back into the 18th century and bore you lot, but I'm not even going to do it, right? But where the real hub of professional boxing was in America, right? So
where did it start?
I started here in the UK. But originally, if I was to really bore you, that they believe that it came from the Greeks, but it didn't. Originally, it came from Ethiopia. But that's another story for another day. I could bore you about that, but I ain't gonna, right? So when we look at boxing now, where we see that where all the eyeballs were at, where the pinnacle was, it was in America. But what happened is, like, you got sub-splinter divisions of the sport that germinated and grew very wealthy. This country wasn't spending money like in Germany. Germany was spending money on boxing to another level, on their boxing programs to another level. Hence why they got the success that they got. So when we look at in the UK, the money wasn't being spent on the infrastructure. Then they flipped the page with the help of Audley Harrison from the 2000 Olympics when they got funding, and then they had infrastructure in the amateurs to turn these guys professionals and pro-professionals, these guys to become superstars. Reason why it started from the infrastructure. But the infrastructure within it wasn't based on the judges, because that was in the amateur system, and then we have the professional system. And in the professional system is this now. There is a blind bias. I'm just telling you that is because I promote it. There was a blind bias to favor the home fighter, to favor the house fighter, right? And it's not like you're deliberately doing it. I don't think they deliberately say, well, he's going to be 3 rounds down. No, I think you've been caught into a system and they can't break that paradigm. But the only way they can break that paradigm is by the renewing of watching other things, listening to the fighters, right? Listen to constructive criticisms, and then building off of the back of that. So now I'm seeing things totally different, because we're looking at boxing and we're saying, right, we're seeing skills being demonstrated and we're highlighting those skills. And a lot of it, I would say, is the fact that what Floyd Mayweather has brought to the game, where we have to look at skill now. Do you get me, Tun? We have to look at skill. But most of these guys, and when they're talking about Sky commentary, was disgusting. I never listened to it because me and Tundi were ringside. So I didn't listen to it. And I've watched Clarissa Shields fight 4 times now, Tun. Tun, that fight's exciting. You know?
Yeah, very exciting.
Right. As you turn it on, it seems like you're in round 10.
It's historic. It's definitely a historic fight. And what was more telling for me was the fact that what was more telling for me was I like the way Clarissa gave credit where credit was due first. And she gave that to God. Well, and some people, when you say like, when they say no church, although it is a church, but you just need to understand.
It's church. We get to the collection, Tundi.
yeah. Before you come on, the collections is coming in. But she thanked God for it, but she just tried to correlate what had happened in her career, and I hope that she can touch on that, to where she was now. The fact that Savannah had only beaten her as the only person to beat her, but that was a kick up the ass to say work harder. So there was so much. The fight yesterday was so much bigger than the fight. It was a chance for females all around the world, the planet, to really look at the sport in a new way and bring new fans. And I just think it was an incredible night, and one which is much more bigger than just a fight, a physical fight.
You know
Spence?
what? I would say like what was encompassed yesterday was more to do with seeing the 20,000 people that was looking. Right? That's number one.
Yes.
Seeing the amount of celebrities that came out as well to support this, that was a beautiful thing as well. How it was put together, the ring entrances by so many of the fighters. More so, I told you when I saw Savannah Marshall coming out with the Royal Fusiliers man, the drummer man there. What did I say to you, Tun?
Yeah, you said the last person who done that, I think, what you said, Frank
Nigel
Bruno,
Ben,
yeah,
Nigel Ben versus Chris Eubank.
Chris Eubanks, yes.
Right.
And,
And in fact, matter of fact, Tundi, the two times that Nigel Ben came out with his army men, because Nigel Ben was an ex-Royal Fusilier, right? The two times that Nigel Ben came out with his Royal Fusiliers, he lost. He came out with Michael Watson in 1989, in April, in the tent in Finsbury, and also in November of 1990. He came out with the Royal Fusiliers and he come a cropper. And when I saw, I'm not saying like, ooh, but I'm just saying like, when I see that, I said, every time I've seen that happen, the person has lost.
I don't really think it had anything to it. I just think skills pay the bills. And I just think you had two women last night, and the person who wanted it more won. But we really have to touch on this power punching thing. And I keep saying that. When people say someone's a power puncher, he's a knockout artist and that artist, I'm like, yeah, but they've only knocked out who's put in front of them. Every fight, you're going up against a different person. So it may not be the same. And I love the way Carissa was able to block that out of a man. Like, all right, cool. Every time you hit me hard, I'm going to hit you hard back 2 or 3 times.
But you did hear Clarissa say that she couldn't see from like, was it like round 6?
Round 5. Round for
round 5, yeah. She couldn't see. That's because my girl got punching power, Tundi.
Yeah. Well, Carissa rated it 8 out of 10.
Okay.
And again, it's like the father and the son syndrome. You know, the father may clap the son may clap the father. The son may think he's a hard clapper, but it don't affect the dad. So it's like when you're in this guy keeps on saying check your email, but what email are you talking about? Tunde at staminaforsale.com, staminaforsale at Hotmail, Jonathan at Stamina Management. I don't know which email you're talking about, my man. Yeah. And so I think Carissa was able to show a different side to her artillery last night. She showed serious boxing skills. And a lot of the time, people thought them shots was getting through. She was catching them, shouldering them, rolling the arm. Bro, it was just, you don't see skill like that from women, or I haven't seen no woman that can box like that. I'm being honest with you. That's the first time I see a woman shoulder rolling, catching, dipping. Well, she was different class yesterday. And there was no way you needed more. And I've said this as long as I know. Boxing ain't about just being a hard puncher. It's called boxing. It's not called punching. It's called boxing. So boxing is paramount. And if you've got a bit of lead behind the boxing, you're complete. And that's what I think.
What did I say to you when I said I just saw Savannah Marshall doing a floor to ceiling? What did I say to you?
Yeah. You said she's not winning this, bro.
She's not winning, bro.
It's skills. It's skills.
Do you know, and that's not me fighting out Savannah Marshall, because what she's accomplished has been excellent, right? And more so, what she's overcome, because she was very timid person, very reclusive within herself. So to see her like building in character, that's a joy to see. But everybody's got their own story. Clarissa Shields has got an amazing story. You know what I mean? And like she said yesterday, right? Like she said yesterday when we was at the press conference, which she said openly, and I rate her for coming out openly, and she said like, yeah, she does go through therapy and everything else, and she's building. And I respect that. I respect her so much. Not only to the fact, like, when I went round and when we went round to go collect her, yeah? When we went round to collect her,
Yes.
and she came out, it was like her PA lady phoned me, said, "Oh, where are you? Where are you?" Like, there's some mad traffic to get round there,
Listen, listen, they blocked off Raw Victoria.
Yeah.
I walked across, I said, I'm not even going to make it. I had to drive down to Canning Town and jump on from it. It was just it was weird yesterday.
Right, it was crazy. But I said, don't worry, we're gonna be there in 5 minutes. By the grace of God, we was actually got there in 5 minutes, got there in time. But if you knew the drama, remember, like, she phones and she goes, "Yeah, unks." She phones me on a Thursday. Wednesday, they're the presser, and then was it Wednesday or Thursday? They're the presser, then they're the Wayne. And she phones me, she goes, "Yeah, unks, are you can you pick me up? Like, I wanna turn up in the rolls." I said,
why do you say that? You don't need to say that.
No, shit, no. But of course I need to say it. I'm telling you, this is what she wanted to say. Because Adam Smith said it as well. Anyway, so she goes like, "Yeah, I want to turn up in the rolls." I said, "All right, cool, I'm going to go sort it out." You know what I mean? Arc C2, concierge company, who we work with. Say, "All right, cool." Boom, phone my man. I said, "Right, who's got decent spirit now to come bigger off the canvas? I can stop the story right now." Shills was remarkable. There wasn't a pattern, and extremely unpredictable, even down to her. I'll read it from there. I should be reading from there. Unpredictability, even down to her defense tactics from a high guard. You know what I mean? Philly shell, etc. And you know what? Do you see them right hands that Savannah Marshall was taking? Yeah, because she was popping her jab from a low guard. So you're inviting the right hand in.
Clap with the right hand. Regular.
And you know what? I was sending her like the Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, but the way she punched up my girl in round one, the combination that she threw in round one, I want everyone to go watch this. Was it December the 6th, 1989? Sugar Ray Leonard versus Roberto Duran. It's a boring fight. But round 6, Leonard let off some hands on Roberto Duran. And the way the spite, how she put... I remember I was beside Tunde, I was saying like, box cover. She's going to knock her out, you know?
She went for it in the first round.
She went for it, man. She went for it like... And the thing is, going back to corner, I like listening to corners, you know? When I go back and watch her, I like listening to corners. Peter Fury was like, "Oh, she won't be able to do that. She won't be able to do that for the next couple of rounds." Like, she shot her bow.
What made me laugh is I heard all this powder puff punching before the fight, but Savannah's face never looked like it got touched up by a powder puff.
What was Savannah's face after the fight, Tim? It was redder than this drink, bro.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not going that far, but I'm just saying that this is what I'm trying to say. Hold on, thank you, Alexander Wilson, for the $5. He said Terry Harper was like, "I need some royalties for all the times they showed the Bob Gardner KO of her." I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, they were taking liberties. They kept on showing that fight there. But yeah, anyway, one thing at a time. We're on the Caressa vibes right now. Carry on, Smith. Sorry.
Yeah, 1 second, Tim. Go on, I've got to take this call.
Okay. Yeah. they took off a highlight rule. But I'm just like worldwide Spence and Professor TUNDE back at it again. Old tight Francisco. Yeah, I mean, listen, we just run out of words of what to say about the performance last night. It was stellar. It was well measured. I like the way Caressa nullified Savannah's punch output. She got hit. I mean, she got hit a few times, but listen, it's boxing. It's boxing at the elite level. But she was able to defensively ride a lot of the punches. I have to credit Savannah because you can see she wanted to win yesterday. Savannah wanted to win. So, you know, Caressa got the best Savannah. But guess what? Savannah got the best Caressa. Because Caressa turned up yesterday. And for someone who's had everything against her, remember, this girl, I mean, you're going to give me the achievements, but she's achieved what no other has, male or females, as far as I know.
And Tunde, you're absolutely right. There's no fighter.
Still don't get the respect.
Tunde, stop. You can't say that, because sometimes it is when a person goes away, then they get the respect. Sometimes they're going to get at the time. I think this fight is part of the catalyst of the swaying of the general perception. I think this fight is going to be a lot of it.
Of what?
For Lucius Fields.
Okay.
Because I believe like people are going to watch that and now say like, this girl's actually the real deal. Because we've actually got,
how many undisputeds does she have to win before they say
no. It's not a case of how many undisputeds that she has to win before we say that. In America, they don't really take to her out there, right? And over here, she had to be the baddie to go against Savannah Marshall. But I think the skill that she demonstrated, and then also the womanly conduct, the ladylike conduct that she possessed after the fight, to say like, congratulate my girl and that. It wasn't like, I beat you and It was very much so. It was very much like, oh, I'd like to fight back in the UK this time and not get booed and all the rest of it. And because of what she did, I think she can now bring out even more fans back to the UK issues to fight here. This is what I believe. It's not an easy sell for female boxing in America, right? But this country has been the catalyst of the rulings, right? From the 18th century, from having the Jack Broughton rules, and then from having the Queensberry rules, which we use today, right? I think she can do the exact same thing and be that pioneering figure for female boxing, because it's a decade ago that she won her first Olympic gold medal.
2012.
Right, then she did it again 4 years after. So I believe like the swing is now. So I think like she's the person that can bring it up to that forefront, because she does have that crossover appeal. And I think now even more so that people are kind of getting it, because they are getting to know her story. They are getting to know these kind of things. Pound for Pound TV, thank you very much. There's 525 people watching right now and only 28 likes. Please hit the like button.
James Morrison, thank you for the £1.79, sir. He said, great show. The energy you two give off is fire. Francisco, thank you for the $1.99. Salute to Worldwide, Spence and Professor Tunde. Big up Francisco all day, every day. Miles Jameson, thank you for the $1.79. Stephen Fatuga, thank you for the £5. No words are necessary. He's just dashing a fiver in man's.
Thank you very much for that.
So big up, my man. Is there any more? Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $5. He said, I know some people in the USA boxing community will never forgive Shields for when her brother attacked James Ali Bashir. That was a sucker. No, that was Brad.
Yeah,
that was Brad. But you can't say it. I'll let you speak on it. That is not really the reason why they just don't like it. I think it's just a listen, women are gonna have to be respected. I'm even gonna remember Tunde AJAYI saying this tonight. The day will eventually come when women will fight men in a contest.
Yeah, Tunde.
I'm telling you this.
Tunde, sorry to cut you, yeah?
It's good. Go on.
In 1999, in a New Nation newspaper, I said exactly the same thing.
Well, I'm saying it in 2022
I'll let you know that.
on The Fight Is Right, because no one don't even know about the New Nation paper. So I'm saying it that women will fight men. The sport, we may not be here to see it, but the sport will evolve to that. And I would go so far to say, if you go back in history, it's already happened already. But well, it did do if you go and watch the new movie, The Woman King. Women were brucking up men from day one in Africa. There was a tribe in Africa where the women fought men. So it will happen again. Man said, no way, Tunde, you're drunk. I'm telling you, bro, you need, Bob Marley said, if you don't know your history, you don't know your future. You need to go back in history. These things are not new. There's nothing new under the sun.
Right, man said, what's Tunde drinking?
Bro, peppermint tea. I'm telling you, AJ, bro, it's real. It's real. But it was, again, without that. Before we get Caressa on, let's move down the card and let's talk about the Maya and the Baumgardner fight. Gave her a victory hug, Baumgardner, in the dressing room after she just come out the press conference. Lovely lady. Great
I'm
fighter.
with you, yeah?
Say that again?
I believe that Nuffman wanted to give her a victory hug.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not even go there. But to Baumgardner, Alicia, she, and you know what? Spoke to my boy Tony Harrison as well. He's big up. He's big fan of the yard. You know, we was getting a lot of love from the Americans, like Spencer.
Listen, man.
We was getting a lot of love from the Americans yesterday. But Alicia, to me, she showed, if not the same skill, it wasn't as good as Caressa, but her skill level was serious yesterday, Spence. She was slipping, dipping, throwing freeze from a dip, uppercut, hook, right hand, pull, left hook, control with the hands. She was on, yeah. And even Caressa said she didn't expect that because obviously her and Maya, you know, that's her girl. But yeah, Elisa done her thing last night. What was the controversy regarding the scorecards, Spence?
You know what? After the fight, you see when Adam Smith came up to me and we were speaking, and it was Maya's family. Yeah,
okay.
I think it was her brother and her sister, right? I mean, but the lady did look like Maya, so I believe that was her sister. You know what I mean? And they were saying like, "Well, how did you see the fight?" And to Adam Smith.
Man said, "Cool for the against Caressa." sorry, Smith. Sorry.
Well, Adam Smith comes. He goes like, "Oh, well." He was saying, "Well, you know, it was a tight fight, but you know." So then he goes like, "Oh, Spencer, how did you see it?" I said, "Brother, what are you asking me for? And I'm standing in front of the woman's sister, front of smash up there, right?" And I said, "It was a close fight." And in the beginning, that's like yesterday when I saw Alicia, I apologized to her. I said, "I'm the real sis. I didn't think you were gonna win that fight, you know." Yeah, I mean, but I'm happy that he did win, but I didn't think he was gonna win the fight because I see my girl let off hands, but it seems like the constant movement and you know when you do their little feints?
Yes.
If you're not clever, that could put fear in you, know, that you don't want to trigger because you think you're going to get clapped with something. But you see when they're doing the little feints, you're meant to go from a tight guard. Because she had long arms, I thought she was going to go straight down the middle. And like when she was going down the middle, straight down the middle, she was getting success. But she wasn't to the woman. Well, I've seen Maya fight quite a few times. She wasn't demonstrating anything remotely that I've seen. And is that because the occasion got to her? Or was it because the skill level of my girl, what she was demonstrating in front of her?
I said when she got in the ring, she don't look confident.
Yeah, she looked good.
Showed she wasn't confident. And this is the point what I'm saying. When people are saying the puncher, and then all of a sudden the puncher goes on the back foot, it's because that fighter can feel the presence of the other fighter. That fighter who's the opposite, looking at them, can feel the skill set. You ain't just go in there waiting. It's like Caressa. People, you can look at her record and think that, all right, she don't punch. Right,
she hits hard enough.
Yeah, she hits hard enough to get your respect. Where you don't just rush in. You don't. So these, and I was explaining this to a guy that I ended up speaking to after the fight. You know, records are for DJs, and sometimes a lot of these records are very misleading. That's not to say that Savannah is not a big puncher, because Caressa did say she got a little pop. But Baumgardner, Alicia was on smoke. The outfit was fire. The ring was fire. All that. Caressa and Baumgartner's ring walks was different level. It was really, really. It just set the thing alight. Even Savannah Marshall's ring entrance, you
No,
could feel it.
that was serious.
Yeah, you could feel
Don't
it.
forget the super chat money there. Thank
Hold
you
on.
very. Oh, they're coming in thick and fast now.
Stephen Fatuga, thank you for the £2 sticker. Gary, put up the others, please. Stuart Ling, thank you for the £5. Clarissa made a fan out of me last night. Pure class, in and out the ring. True champ and skilled warrior. I got this one so wrong. I hold my hands up, and that's
No shame. Probably Johnny Nelson.
what I can say. Sugar Ray, before you say, man, forgot your Snapchat again. I'm seeing it. I'll get Gary to put up because I'm pressing it, but it's not coming up on the main screen. Oh, there you go. Sugar Ray 29. Thank you for the £10 donation.
Salute, Sugar Ray.
Salute. He said the greatest women's boxing match seen so far. Congratulations to both women on an amazing performance. I think in this fight, the close inside combination shots from Shields build up her points. They were right, Savannah, and I love the way Caressa was just slightly out of distance. Savannah was doing little, the pitter jabs to line up the right hand. And then Savannah would just Caressa would just cut away with a right hand over the top. And mate, she was, listen, last night the skill was on display. The skill was on display, Spence. It was
greatly. You know what? Greatly, because man, I should have phoned Johnny Nelson as well, because Johnny Nelson heavily picked Savannah Marshall to win.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Johnny's, you know what? This is to me. Johnny's my guy. You know what I mean? And
can you just read out that Snapchat, please?
All right, Alexander Wilson, thank you very much. Timothy Bradley on USA broadcast said that Baumgartner timed and went over the top of Maya's jab in the first that really bothered her.
Yes.
And I agree.
Yes.
Fight Fan TV, thank you very much. Spencer, that's because the overhand claps in the temple made Maya hesitant to walk in on Alicia.
Yes.
Yep. And she did it again. Have you seen the Hamandouche fight?
No.
Right. Listen, trust me, that is serious.
And big up Fight Fan TV Live, because when everyone couldn't get into Claressa's dressing room yesterday, and big up, we're calling Fight Fan TV Live, but it's my brethren Dan Gus. He's the man. He's got enough suits. But Dan said, "Yeah, you man, come through the door." Dan just let us in the room, and it was really a good space to be in Claressa's dressing room after the fight. Seeing her family, I had to salute the mum and said, "You literally gave birth to a queen." I said "woman king" because of the film, and her mum said, "No, queen."
Oh, so the mum's Jamaican now, TUNDE.
No, that's me. But the mum just put me in my place. She said "queen." I said, "All right, mommy, cool." So yeah, it was a great one. A big up Fight Fan TV Live. Where were we, Spence? Yeah, we're talking about the Baumgartner fight. It was one of those fights where it was nip and tuck, but absolutely, as Tim Bradley said, she was throwing something that was making Maya very, very hesitant.
Of course, she was throwing claps. I mean, that's what you do. She's throwing claps, son.
Yes, Fight Fan said, "Love to you both. You got to come through them doors. You're my oldest. Come on, all day, every day." Stop that woman king business. No. But that's the film, innit? The king said, "You are the woman king." At the end of the film, I don't want to spoil it for others, for you lot, but that's why he named her the woman king. So the mom was like, "No, it's the queen, man. She's the queen."
Well, I'm just like I said, I'm just keeping this thing 100.
That's interesting. Read that, man.
Wait. The bookies had, but yeah, Maya a 10-1 favorite going into the 10th round.
Wow.
They lost that money.
Carton 360 says he's disappointed. Johnny disappointed me with his assessment last night. I don't know.
Quite a few people have said that, Tartan, yeah? Quite a few people have said that, and I would say I think it's the surroundings of where Johnny Nelson is, and also his affiliation with certain people's camp, that you will think, because listen, it seems like, remember when Clarissa fought last time out over here when she defended her title, and we did the watch up for it, yeah? And then the next day we did our breakdown, technical, we did our analysis of the fight. And Tunde, you were saying, like, the skills demonstrated from that girl, she's gonna bruck up Savannah Marshall. She's gonna skill her out. She's gonna have too much for her, right? And like I said, unfortunately, those who have eyes have eyes. So I don't think Johnny has been an incredible ambassador for world boxing, because he was the joint longest ever holder of the records of 14 defenses as world cruiserweight champion. We can't take nothing away from Johnny Nelson. But what I do believe is, like, when you're around other guys and you're listening to these guys, they can't tell you about boxing. But if you hear it too much around you, that with their perception is going to wear off on you. Oh, but she can punch. Oh, but... And you're thinking also, Savannah Marshall, she brought a crowd yesterday. You know what I mean? Ben Shalom was saying how much of a crowd that she brought. She brought a crowd. So Johnny's listening to this all the time. And I'm saying, Johnny, you're meant to know better than this, man. You're meant to look at this and say, "Rah, my girl is heavily skilled." And we just...
You know, that's why I like Carl Froch.
Yeah.
That's why they don't use Carl Froch. They start slow down on Carl Froch. Yeah, Carl Froch is a man who just tell you, mate, you're getting bruck up. You're rubbish. I like Carl Froch's commentary. Some people don't like it, but I like it because he generally tells the truth, or how he sees it from his perspective. He's not just saying it because, you know, he's got to go to work the next day, or he's paying his job. But I don't listen to the commentary anyway, so I really, you know, can't. But when I have listened to Froch, you know, a few times, he really, really talks the thing. But Johnny's just seeing it from his perspective. And this puncher thing, you got to have more than that. And you're right, Spence. Savannah, Koresha is very skilled. And skills pay the bills. We know this. Floyd in there with Pacquiao, Alvarez. And these are big punchers. Diego Corrales. That guy, I speak to Justin Juku, who fought Floyd and who worked, Justin now and has for a long time worked alongside Freddie Roach in Freddie Roach's gym. And he said to me, I said, who would you say is the hardest puncher out of Corrales and Floyd? He said, bro, Floyd don't punch hard. Corrales was a mad hard puncher. But look what Floyd done to the both of them. Look what Floyd done. So skills pay the bills. Big up Monty Singh. Thank you for £10. He says, big up my brothers. Loved the card last night. Shields did some rope-a-dope last night. Watched the rerun of the Maya fight, and Alicia's work was clean. Michelle's jab wasn't... I think that's Alicia's jab, wasn't always connecting your thoughts, brothers. Well, you've really echoed what I said. And that's why I was a bit worried. I thought that they would give it to Maya because she was just doing the basic, you know the shots where you've seen it, a jab. You see a jab, single jab. You see a single right hand. But Alicia was coming with more than that.
Yeah, Alicia was coming with clinical work, Doctor. It was clinical. Alicia was coming with
that's what I'm saying. They were freezing force. So again, it's perception. Spencer just outed himself, but I agree with Spence. You know, Alicia was doing the freeze and fours and the slipping and the dipping and the man, she was on smoke as well. Let me read some of these comments. Yeah, Gatti, Canelo, yep, Adrian Waters. There you go. He said, this is why I have to say Simon Jordan Talksports always speaks his mind. Absolutely right lifestyle. Can't believe Conor Ben took woman's first. We've gone past the Conor Ben thing. I don't even want to bring that negativity into the show here tonight, because bare positivity we're talking about. We're definitely going to touch on the Deontay Wilder return. Devin Haney, also victorious in the rematch last night. I think he bust up my boy worse.
Who?
Devin Haney.
Bro, did you watch the fight? Then?
Only little bits of highlights.
It was, you know what? Fair play to Kambosos.
Yes, I heard he come a little bit stronger.
He came stronger. There was
Yes.
times that he clapped Devin, and Devin knew what time of day it was. But I rate the fact that Kambosos would say, "Listen, I tried everything this time, right?"
Yes.
And the scoring was wider this time than the last fight, but it seemed like Kambosos did better in this fight than the last fight.
Yes.
But
Is that
regardless,
because Devin engaged more?
yeah, it's like Devin was kind of stamping his authority to try, like he was looking to clap him out. But then he said, "You know what? This ain't working. I'm gonna have it to my jab." You know what I mean? But I like the fact that Kambosos was saying that Devin's top 5 pound for pound.
Okay.
Right. He said, nah, seriously, he said he's a serious fighter. And here is a man that's been in with Lomachenko. Here is a man, you know what I mean, that's been in with Teofimo Lopez. And you know what I mean?
Yes.
So right. So he knows something. I mean, he knows something.
Devin is amazing me more and more every day. He's growing into, or he has grown into such a confident young man, and he just believes in his skills. He believes in what his father is teaching him.
He does. Tun, please forgive me. I'm going to phone Crucia's PA.
Okay. And he actually said last night that Bill, his father, should definitely get Trainer of the Year. And I think that's right. He should get Trainer of the Year because he's Cheney's son, 23 years young, undisputed champion, and defended it in a rematch. Went to Australia twice to defeat this guy. And that's big. That is big. That's big. A man that beat the man that beat the man. He beat Teofimo. Teofimo beat Lomachenko. And Devin Haney has basically schooled him the last 2 fights. So let me just go back to Carissa for a second. What do we see now for Carissa? Because she's really just cleaned up. She's cleaned up, Spence. I don't know what else Carissa can do.
Well, what I do know is this. I don't know what Mark Taffet was talking about, a manager.
Mark Taffet was chatting about heavyweight business. What's about it? But I like the way Carissa just shut it down. So it's like, what are you talking about? It's a dangerous sport. You want me to go up to, and then they're talking about going down, to 147? I don't even think she can do 147.
She can't do 147, Tunde.
Nah. That's dangerous.
Let those fighters move up to her.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. This ain't no Eubank Ben business. Let the fighters move up to her.
Yeah, because she's in that position.
Of course she is.
She's in that position. Thank you, Rain71 for the £5. He said, I'm embarrassed to say I should have known better than to sit on the fence. The GOAT, not the GOAT, that's Muhammad Ali. The GOAT, you need to fling a W in there, bro. Was outstanding yesterday. And absolutely, she was. And she definitely made a lot. You know one thing, though? I'm going to have to respect Savannah Marshall's crowd because they were very, very abusive.
So you respect abuse, though?
They were very, very abusive. But you see, when they lost, but they knew when they lost, they was like, you know what? Nah, fair play. She bust up our girl last time. You know, she done the thing and yep, they wasn't sore losers. They know what they had been. And, you know, Savannah said it. She said she is definitely the GOAT. And what more can you say? Another match?
What? Tunde, thank you very much, Alexander Wilson. Thank you for your $2. Shows Jonas soon because Natasha Jonas actually called out Crucial Shields.
Say again?
Natasha Jonas called out Crucial Shields after the fight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Joe Gallagher will like a piece of that. But actually, I heard Clarissa on an interview. I think it might have been with Michelle Joy Phelps. she said that she did call Natasha Jonas's name, so you never know.
You
That
know
is
what?
a fact.
That's going to be next. You know what I
You
mean?
reckon?
Yeah.
I mean, I think so. I think Natasha Jonas. I see her there yesterday. Yeah, I see she's looking. She's thinking, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. It's gonna be a tough ask because Clarissa has just beaten one of, they say, the hardest punchers in female boxing. This is what Peter Fury was saying prior to the fight. She is the hardest puncher of women boxing ever. But I always say, when people say this, you ain't taking no punch from everybody or taking everybody on the pads to know that she's the hardest puncher. But a record did say such, and Carissa dealt with it. So Jonas, I'll be happy for her if she gets that fight. Because she's plugged away, she's dug in, she won a world title. So why not? Why not? I think marketing wise, there's no bigger fight for her other than Katie Taylor. That ain't gonna happen. Katie Taylor's too small. Yeah, Jonas. What weight did Jonas fight at in her last fight?
She's junior line middle.
Oh, 154.
Yeah. 155.
Yeah, so make that fight. You can even do that at catch weight.
No, make her move up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, make her move up to 160.
Make her move up. Make her move up to 160. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, when you say like catch weight or no, none of this catch weight foolishness. You know what I mean? Because people do it like, when you see like in past history, where people come down in weight, it's only because the person moving up is the bigger name and the bigger superstar. So if you we can mix that bread. If I'm the superstar, I don't have to go down in weight. You want to fight, you move up. Simple as that. So there's no way I could turn around and say like, my girl should move down. My girl should move down in weight. Because she shouldn't move down in weight at all. You know what I mean? Even though she could do, she's been a junior middleweight world champion, right? But you can see, like yesterday, we was in the change room. Look at her midriff. There's nothing else on her to come off in her.
Nothing.
There's nothing else to come off on her. So she shouldn't take off no more weight. If Natasha Jonas wants to fight her, you know what I mean? Fight her at 160. So you put on an extra pound or don't put on an extra pound, but fight her at 160.
Okay. We have to move quickly because it's already almost 9:10, and we got work to do. I'm in camp, so I think I've got another 2 more weeks or a week left on the show, and then that will be me to the fight, to yard fights. We're looking forward to that. All right, let's go over these fights last night. Let's talk about the return of Deontay Bomb Squad Wilder. What I'm gonna say personally, that guy has zero technical ability. Zero. But you see when this guy claps you, Spencer, it's like in his fist is it's ancestral. The ancestors are in his knuckles, bro. Listen, I was in the corner with Derek Chisora when he fought Helenius. He's a tough guy, Spencer.
Very tough guy, too.
He's a tough guy. But his eyeballs yesterday, when he was on the canvas, he's like, Lord, my God.
One second.
Okay, yeah. It was that, Jesus, yeah. Man said he's got that plantation power. Yeah. Bro, he's got the Django. He's got the Django in his fist because this guy, plantation power. Listen, when I've never seen Helenius' eyes, he shouldn't really laugh because boxing is a brutal business. But I guess people can see that other side. But the realization of, and this is why you got to respect Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury is the only man that can get up from that power. Big up Ride 2596. Thank you for the $8.99. He said, good evening, gents. Hope you're both blessed as usual. Guo was exceptional last night and shouldn't move down for no one. Showed Marcel the levels. But did you guys watch Plant knockout Jarrell? And we're going to get to that because I haven't seen the fight. But while Spencer is going to elaborate on the Wilder knockout, I'm just going to look at this Plant knockout.
Turn, you haven't seen that knockout?
No, I'm looking at it now.
All right. Well, quickly go watch it, right? Because Caleb Plant's knockout was a horrible knockout. Yeah, but when we look on Wilder, listen, nobody's done that to Helenius.
Nobody.
You remember when Helenius clapped Dylan in the first round and Dylan's eyeballs open up?
Yeah.
Like, Helenius is a serious guy, you know, when he's up for it. And with this fight here, he was given proper, adequate notice to say that, right, you're going in with bomb squad, you better be ready and everything else. And he was ready. You know what I mean? He was trying to push Deontay Wilder back. And Deontay Wilder threw this left hook. Deontay Wilder's got dynamite knockout punching power in either hand, right? And it is spooky, the punching power that he has. And not only that, but it was a timed left hook because usually Deontay Wilder is like wild by name, wild by nature because he's very wild, very cumbersome. And we can see the improvements that they're trying to do with him. Right, yeah, you see the referee rush him as well.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. But bruv, they're not even showing the knockout on this BBC thing. No, they're just showing the highlights, but they're not showing it. They want these. No, there must be a knockout thing.
The knockout was serious. That knockout, what Caleb Plant gave my man was serious.
Guy, carry on. I'm listening.
That knockout's serious, son. That is a horrible knockout. And especially when these men were going back, they was having some mad trash talk and everything else, and And I'm sitting down and saying, all right, well, what am I going to actually go and see? What am I going to see? Am I going to see something? Am I going to see something? And you know what? I actually did see something. I saw a horrible knockout. Horrible knockout. Horrible knockout. Horrid. Yes, Ren. Didn't see anything new from Bob Squad, but that power, you know, is punyan yam, yellow yam, caramel porridge, dumpling and cassada. It's ridiculous. He's got, brother, I'm telling you now, he's got some.
Aish!
Okay, you see it.
Aish! And big up Joe from Manchester. He is watching on live and he just sent me the Twitter link. He just sent me the big up Joe. Joe, bro. He just sent me the Twitter link. What a left hook. That's what we call it, hook. A left hook.
Right. Listen, Adam Beanie, Rob. Thank you very much, Adam Beanie. I'm going to come back to that on this Eddie Hearn business.
No.
Monty Wright.
About put him in the dirt, man. Put him in the dirt. And my referee, who's a very, very nice, beautiful man, he came to me and Anthony in fun. I'll tell you, he came to me and Anthony when we was in when we went to watch Batavia against Smith the other day, and he was like, "Man, so pleased to meet you, Tunde. I watch you and Spencer FEARON every week, man. You guys are the bomb."
Well, so we have to big up that referee, man.
I forgot his name, but I'm sure he's watching now.
Bare props to the referee.
Beautiful.
I'm saying this now, Ton. Like, thank you very much, Monty Singh. Monty Singh, thank you for the £10. I think Wilder is best at £115. Last 3 fights with Fury, he went in heavy. Wilder, Fury 4, and Wilder at £215. Your thoughts, guys. Wilder was heavy in the Fury fight. Your views, brothers. I'm going to say this, Monty Singh. Wilder came in heavy. Wilder came in heavy because he knew that Tyson Fury was heavy and thought he got the extra poundage so he could push around. He could push around Tyson Fury. But when you have punching power like Deontay Wilder, he could come in at 215 because maybe 215 is the actual weight that he's meant to be fighting at because he's very, very sharp. very sharp, and his punching power is ridiculous. But it's still Helenius. All right, no one ain't done that to Helenius before, but it was still a Helenius. So when you're giving these man, he'll clap them out. Half past fashion, LOL. I was waiting for the reaction. Well,
can I just say, for those who haven't seen my brother Spencer the Spirit FEARON, there he is last night with the GOAT. Hey, get away that little silver thing or something. Wait. I'm trying to. Let me just put the thing. Wait. Let me put this down so you don't see this. Cause it's a beautiful picture. Oh, what have I done now? Cause this picture is epic. Can we all see that? What's the matter with me? You know, I'm not. Yeah, can we see that, Spence? Can we see that picture? The GOAT, and the master knowledge chilling. The GOAT in the sequence, and she's got the little boots on. The boots. Anyway, just go to Spencer's Twitter page or Spencer's Instagram. Master knowledge.
You know what?
Beautiful scenes last night, Spencer.
Yeah, true. When we collected it, yeah? Because the madness is a gold collector anyway. Right? Because I'm ringing this brother from 2:30, RJ. I'm ringing him from 2:30, you know? To say,
did we plug RJ's?
Yeah, of course, RC2. We're doing our bits. I mean,
no, man. What is the name of RJ's company?
AJC2.
Say again.
AJC2 is the name of his. Yeah, it's same on Instagram. You know what I mean? AJC2. Yeah.
So big up RJ from AJC2 Instagram. Get your Rolls Royce pickups, chauffeuring, get all
everything.
of that.
He runs a whole service. He runs a proper concierge service. So I'm phoning this guy from about 3:00, saying, "No, what's going on? What's going on?" I'm hearing nothing from him. Right? You know, Dave Walker's phoning me now. You know that.
Okay, what's he phoning you for?
Well,
live on air, right? Yeah, no, but listen, I need to pick up RJ Public. Was all me, you, RJ, and Mr. Andy Yard was rolling about in the O2 last night. So I'm gonna big him up properly. Please visit his Instagram page, which is ASK.C2. And it's a luxury concierge club, products and services. And on his page, you see Caressa, but he does the lot, and a great guy, and offers a great service to the celebrities. Yeah. And Caressa felt nice yesterday. We made her feel $1 million in the flesh yesterday, and rolling up there in the road. You feel nice. You know, listen.
Tony, now listen to this, yeah? The journey, because you said, what Rolls Royce they got? Come on, I know you, Uncle Spence. I know you're going to have some cars for me. What cars you got? I said, boy, this is on a Thursday. This brother, you know. Right, so this is on a Thursday. So I'm saying to myself, all right, let me see if I can do something. So I'm ringing around my guys, can't find nothing. Man said, no, we ain't got that, but we got this. And so they specifically asked for a Rolls Royce. They said either a black or a white one, but that's how she wants to roll up to the fight. So I said, okay, then cool. Phone RJ. RJ said, yep, come, no worries. Boom, I'll be there. Right? In the morning, I speak to him about 9:00. Said, yep. Just send me your address. I'll pick you up. We'll roll down there. I'm saying, cool, RJ. Brother. So every time I like to, we had enough running up and down to do yesterday as well. Go barbers, this, that, but sort out tickets for other people. Let me say a massive thank you to Alfie Best Jr. because he gave Kobe, our barber, you know, Kobe Cuts. He gave him box seats where he had the proper complimentary box seats, food, drink, everything. And like Kobe couldn't believe it. At the fight yesterday.
For real, Kobe was there?
Kobe was there.
Okay. He said he was, because I saw him on Thursday. He said he may go to the fight. I love that.
Right? So he goes, yeah, cool, I'm coming. I'm like, all right then, cool, RJ. Boom. Put down the phone. 1:30, I'm phoning him. Man's not answering his phone. I think, he must be busy because he's getting work. Whoop, whoop. You know what I mean? 2:30, I'm phoning him. Man's not answering his phone. 3 o'clock, not answering his phone. 3:10, not answering his phone. 4 o'clock, not answering his phone. I'm sending a message on WhatsApp. I'm just seeing one tick go through. I said, right, where's his brother?
Spence, speed it up, mate. You're moving like some granddad.
No, I'm just reading
the story, bro. You're moving like some granddad. Time is going. You're moving like
come to me. I'm phoning him. Wait, let me talk, man. Shut up.
Bro, you're moving like, listen to me. Come on from your brother. You're moving like them granddads, bro.
No,
like when you go to the family yard and the granddad is taking 10 hours to let off the story. Just talk the thing, man, quick, man. Cha, bro. What's the matter with this brother? Some long thing, bro. Get to the point, man, bro. You got all like 600 people here on the thing. You're like, oh yeah, and then I gotta go to here, and then I drove down the road, and then I come back up, and then we reached down our west. Bro, get busy, fam. I got work to do, bro. Shut, bro. Shy, what's the matter with this brother? I don't know what's the matter with him. You know, me and Spencer have been friends from youth. And bro, it ain't nothing to do with no age, you know. This is how he rolls. It's like, why are you taking 1 hour to give me a 60-second story? Bro, move, man. Let's go, man. Speed it up, mate. Speed it up.
Yeah. Look, I'm there saying, rah, could you imagine? They're giving all the details to Sky, yeah? All the car details, everything. I'm saying, brother, if you don't come to this thing, I will kill you, you know?
Anyway, bro, let's move on. Bro, we ain't got much time for this, but Spencer will kind of drop, bro. Spencer will try to, Spencer's gonna give us them little sleeping pills where like, he start rub your eye. He start rub your eye, you're like, bro, yeah. You listening to your brethren too, but you're like, bro, get on with it, mate. Oh my goodness, Spencer.
When he turned up, yeah?
You are the funniest man. Oh, bro, there's nobody that can beat you. Otai Israel, the only wait. The only downer yesterday was no Tunde and Spencer live commentating and analysis. You know what? But listen, I felt it, but we had to be there to support our sister, and it was a great night. I mean, it just put everything else on a back burner because there were good fights last night, and I tried to phone Bill, but obviously he's probably in the plane. They're probably on their way back from Australia. I'm sure Bill will join us next week to discuss the victory of Devin Haney and what next for Dev. And what next for Dev. He's saying that it looks like the Tank fight. Now, if that fight gets made, Tank versus Devin Haney, I'm reaching that fight. 1,000,000%, I'm going that fight.
That fight's not happening.
I don't think it will, but you never know. Dev wants it. Bill wants it. Bill showed me the receipts. Bill has showed me the receipts. They want the fight. They want the fight.
You know what? I can't see that fight happening. I'll just keep it this thing 100.
Yes.
I can't. Yeah, I mean, and this is the next thing. See female boxing. No ramping business, you know. The best fight the best. Yes. Female boxing is a model of UFC.
For now. Yeah. Let's not
get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, of course. Yeah. But this is what makes it so great and so riveting to watch.
Yes, because obviously as the sport in itself grows for females, you get more competition, more competitors, and then it just goes to a next level. The fact that we were those young women, everyone from the top to the bottom of the card yesterday were able to show that they have the capability to draw such a crowd and get. Oh, and while I'm there, no disrespect, but what was the little rock and roll thing in the build-up before the fight? And my man was getting paid for saying, what was he saying? He was saying some nonsense. Did you
So
see
who
that?
was that man? Who was
Huh?
that man? Who was
I
that man?
don't even know who he was.
Brother, you know what's happened? I'm gonna tell you what's happened, yeah? Since AJ bust Stormzy, yeah?
Yes.
It's man who say, I've got this artist, he's really big, they could have a little following, they've got some money pumped in from Sony or one of them, right? But brother, Tunde.
Yeah. Oh no, wait. Shasti. He was getting paid for saying "Oli, oli, oli, oi, oi, oi." I'm saying, bro. I turned to Leo Mackenzie's missus. I'm like, bro. Like, basically, I could have just said "Oli, oli, oli," and I would have got paid some cheese. Like, it was some nonsense.
Tun.
You know what?
Right.
Nobody in the crowd. That's when you know you got a problem. When you got a crowd and nobody knows the bars to your tunes, you know it's a problem.
Sky should know better. You mean?
Bro, the man was saying "Oli, oli, oli, oi, oi, oi," and that was it. Nothing more.
I don't know who that guy was, Tun.
And they got more response as soon as they started playing "Oi, Carolina."
Trill Boxing, hold up a second to read this one
Big
out.
up my brother Trill.
Big up Black Fight fan.
TV, man. He said, I see you brothers on TV yesterday looking bossed up. Thank you so much for taking care of the Queen America, the Queen of America, Caressa Shields. Much love from Texas. And brother, it was our absolute honor and privilege to look after Caressa yesterday. And it all went to a magnificent occasion. One, Spencer, let us just show the people, tell the people how the power of this fight was made. Tell them, because
I'm not going to
don't
tell
know
them.
this.
Because Tony's going to say I like to go back, my story is too long.
No, but this one.
No, I'm not saying nothing.
I'm going to tell you.
I'm joking. No, because you mash up the thing.
No.
The thing.
It's real, Spence. It's real.
Well,
it's cool. We're not gonna. But anyway, because I get that. But
when she came over, when Clarissa Shield came over, and she was working with Alvina Johnson. Alvina props her. She's like, she phoned me and said, "Yeah, Clarissa's in town. She got to meet you guys." I said, "All right, cool, no problem." So where are you? She says, "At the Sky Studio." Said, "All right, then come down here." Boom. They sent Clarissa Shields. Check the Liberties. This is 2 years ago now. What car did they send Clarissa in, Tun?
Some little banda, some little push-up, some pidgeot, as my dad calls it. Not Persia, you know. No Nigerians are call it pidgeot.
Pidgeot.
Bro, they sent her one little pidgeot.
Right? They send her down to us, yeah? Tunde, what did we have stretched out? When she come outside Tunde's apartment in Docklands, what did we have? How many cars did we have stretched out for her? What cars did we have, Tunde?
3 Rolls Royces.
Okay.
3 Rolls Royces for the Queen.
One Ferrari.
Yes, sir.
And 2 Porsches.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? When and Alvina come out the car, Alvina started crying.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Remember, that's what Alvina was saying. Oh my God.
Right? Yeah. So we're trying to show, like, this is how we talk. Look, you're a world champion. At the time there, she's still a freeweight world champion. She went undisputed, but she's a freeweight world champion. I said, no, there you go. This is what you got. Then she coming down the show. Then she walking around. She comes up to Tunde's apartment. She walks around the apartment. Then she goes on the balcony. Where Tunde's apartment is you can see the O2. You can see the dome of the O2. So Tunde, we're on the balcony, and Tunde goes to, yeah, over there, that is the O2. She looks at, wow. She goes, you know what? One day I'm going to fight there. And Tunde said, what are you talking about one day? Tunde said to her, you're going to fight there. And it's going to be the biggest thing ever. And she goes, you really believe that? And I said, look, sis, dream it, believe it, become it. And she goes, hey man, Uncle Spence, Uncle Tunde. I mean, as Americans, I'll say Tunde, you know, Uncle Tunde, no, okay. And then boom, it's happening. And it happened. And she came out victorious.
Power. Yep. Look. Gary Blake was there.
Thank you very much.
He was there. He heard.
Right.
He heard how this fight was made.
Right. And I remember at that time there, she spoke to quite a few UK promoters and
Yes.
managers and all the rest of it, and nothing ever come. But she made her own path, but through her vision. You know what I mean?
And this is the power of your mind. All those listening on The Fight Is Right. Believe. That is what you have to do. Believe. Hold on to your dreams and your vision. And believe. And it can happen. Because if you realize Savannah's from up north, and you would think Carissa's from America, but the fight was where she spoke it into existence.
All right then.
Right there on the O2. And we said it. I said, no, that's where the fight is going to be. Lo and behold, 2 years later, the place is sold out. And while I'm here, let me send a massive shout out. Yeah, big powers. Power of your tongue. And in the same respect, mind how you talk. Don't criticize people, because the same tongue you're using to criticize people is coming back. Return to sender. That's what they call it. So watch it. Don't cuss me. Don't try that. But anyway, while I'm here, I have to send out a massive, massive shout out, because listen, when you put the dream out there, it takes a whole set of people to bring that dream into fruition. So Ben Shalom from the Boxer Setup, take a bow. Adam Smith from Sky, take a bow. These guys were, and the whole of the Sky platform, you made history last night.
Also, massive big up to Dan Miller.
Big up Dan Miller, the man behind.
Because you see, all of the name brand celebrities that they had there, because that's his job there now. He brought them people in.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So massive, massive big up to that youth there. But there's a man who goes underneath the radar because he's not maybe promoting like what he's doing. But like the man that organizes most of the thing, who's behind the scenes, is Johnny Wish. Right?
Yes.
Matchroom. Right. Johnny Wish is you know, you hear this a lot. Right? He's one of the nicest guys in boxing, but this man actually genuinely is one of the nicest guys in boxing. He's a very, very thoughtful human being. I've got a lot of time. I spoke to him quite a lot over last week since the Eubank interview and stuff. And he, proper man, but he's the guy that, because they use him as the brains of the whole thing.
Spencer, let me just show you what I want. Because there has only ever, and this is why this thing is historic, and I'm going a bit off track here, but I just want people to understand, when I came up with the idea for this show, the two people that I contacted was because obviously we need the setup, because neither myself or Spencer are technical in that respect.
Well, you can say that. Look how hard it was for me to get on the show today.
Yeah, so the first person I came with this dream to was the man behind the cam, the man that you never see, Mr. Gary Blake. I set him up. It was really serendipity how I met Gary. He was actually working for a company that done the adverts for Maxi Muscle with Anthony Yard when we were, you know, one of the first boxers to be sponsored by Maxi Muscle.
He just sent me the BRC.
Wait, that's how I met Gary, yeah? And then after that, I said, Gary, meet me over Westfields. Met Gary over Westfields. I said, listen, Gary, I've got a dream to build this thing. Gary said, he's on it. Gary hardly knew me. He's like, I'm on it. I want to be involved with you guys. You guys are inspiration. The next person, which was the easiest, was Spencer FEARON. We grew up together. We done things together. And here we are today. But the only person who has ever been in this yard, in this house, which was our studio for the long time before the lockdown and everything, now we're doing it from both our homes, was Claressa Shields. And Spence, I've got the picture, but you show them the picture. You see the picture? Tunde AJAYI, Spencer FEARON, and Claressa Shields in my yard, Spencer.
All right.
I'll show my one as well, because it's a bit more clearer.
All right.
There you see it. There you see it. This is a powerful show. And we can do anything if you put your mind into it, if you keep your heart clean. Keeping your heart clean don't mean you don't make mistakes, because we're human beings. But it's the vision. It's the vision and it's the belief, and you can do it. And that's why we always say and finish with these words. What a great way to finish the show. Dream it.
Hey, stop.
What do we have?
I've just got a message through, right? I've just got a message. Right? Stop. Ben Shalom wants to come on the show.
Hey!
So stop. Yes. Wait a minute, because I know, right?
Wow, Tig's
now.
powerful. Tig's powerful. I keep telling you.
Right now. I'm going to send you.
Conveying ideas. That's it. Clean intent. Old type Bobby Wright. Spencer and his black book does it again. Come on, bless
What can you say about my black book? You better realize this thing here.
Black book. I'm the one who give it that name. That black book powers.
See, them man know. They know.
What do they know? Why do you need to say they know? They don't know nothing, bro.
They have to come and talk to us.
Big up, I am Shasti, the legend, my brethren. Come on. And we had a little discussion today. Go for it, Shast. You know this, you know what I'm talking about. There you go. All right, bro, you said it. You guys are inspiring. I might start a boxing channel too. And I said, go for it.
Listen, Shasti, let me tell you this, yeah? Let me tell you this, Shasti. The reason why I think you should start this boxing channel, yeah? And this is the reason why. Right, because what I've noticed, there's a lot of females, not all of them that I know who work in this game, but they're very, very insecure. And there's like a little bitchiness that goes back and forth, and I ain't got time for that foolishness. Do you know what I mean? Because number one, I don't own no one nothing. You know what I mean? I could say something like we throw away and people going to take it to art and whatever. Not. But what I do know is this, sis. You actually love boxing. Not to say you want to be pally-pally with the people that are in the industry, because you come from name brand. Because people don't remember when Shasti was killing it on the streets. It's Ramel, my stepson, that made me know about Shasti.
Come on.
You know what I mean? But hey, Shasti, I'm going to tell you the honest truth. Back then, you looked a lot darker, you know. I don't know I don't know if you're bleaching or something, sis.
Don't this my sis, man. Hey.
Right? But no, but when I see Shasti, right, exactly. When I see Shasti doing her thing, I'm telling you, like, she should do it anyway.
No,
because,
yeah,
I think she should do it anyway because she knows and also understands boxing. Not many. She understands boxing.
Carry on, Spence.
Right. Because when I listen to her talk, I'm saying, right. Or when I have a conversation with her, she break it down on a breakdown. So I say, right, you're not just watching from a fan's perspective. You know what I mean? You actually understand the artistry that goes into into this sport, and she understands the mechanics. So I think you should. I reckon there should be more females going, because I'm seeing certain females getting bust on TV because they're trying to tick this quote thing about, oh, we need females in it. But they know nothing about boxing. Right? You're coming from a higher, and you got the look as well. So I think that you should jump in and do this thing. No ifs or buts. I think you should jump in.
I just said, everything for me is energy and everything for me is consciousness. And when Shasti speaks on boxing, you can feel the energy.
You know what I mean?
So that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Energy goes where energy flows, and when the sister talks, you can. That's why you can't trick this thing. Energy don't lie. You can feel the passion.
It don't lie.
It
don't lie.
So
and also why I like Shasti is because she's got her things together, and she don't believe that anybody owes her anything. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who come into boxing that's 2 minutes and they feel like they're owed something. You're not owed nothing. What are you owed? You're not owed nothing. You know what I'm saying? Please, you're not owed nothing. You know what I mean? Anything that you own, you're only owed what you're investing. So if you put something in the bank and then the bank don't pay you, then you're owed it. But no. So Shasti, go open up your channel. I'll be one of your biggest supporters. And me and Tunde at Fight is Right will be your contributors as well. I'm telling you that. Because you're a real one.
Come on. Yeah. And you know what? If we can't get Ben on today, if we can't get...
No, I'm just feeling. Look, these people that said, oh yeah, Ben want to come on.
This is what I'm trying to say. And remember, if you go back when we was talking about Ben, and I was like, bruv, give the youth time. Remember, Spence?
Yep.
Remember, I said it because people are too quick to jump on someone. He don't know this, he don't know that.
Really, I just told you, he's got Johnny Wish behind him. Johnny Wish knows the game.
All you need is passion. And make that passion be your paycheck. And so when you have a young man that's
my line, your piece.
I'm gonna have to Spencer Fear on that line as well. I give man credit where credit is due.
I might bear your lines, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know that, you know, teeth.
Yeah, talk about teeth. What you in the videotape, you little teeth in Nigeria.
You little blasted grey head Jamaican man. Yeah, let your passion.
The grey is making distinct.
I was watching some of the videos from lockdown, bro. Your beard was a madness. You look like Jesus. You look like Jesus, bro. Your beard was madness.
You see, on lockdown, when you couldn't go barbers.
It's crazy,
bro. And Tunde had the hook up, you know, because he had man driving to his job to cut his hair. Yeah. And I said, I know for a fact, no man ain't coming in my house. Or Mrs. No, try to bring no COVID in there. We got kids. No.
Anyway, yeah. Obviously, it's just we're just gone. But I was like, I was saying we were waiting for if they can't come on. If they can't come on the live, this is Desmond's live. Come on, you know that old time rings up. Well, it just listen. We can go on forever because such is the show that we have created. It's really just a Sunday service where COVID fade. Gary.
Tunde. Did you try and cut your own hair?
So again?
Did you try and cut your own hair?
Nah, don't be silly, man. I would never
try.
I don't know how people, my cousin does that. He cuts his own hair. I don't know how he does it. Anyway, we've really gone off boxing because even though we were due to speak on the other fights, there was only one fight really there was to speak about, and it was the historic event that was last night. And again, congratulations to Ben Shalom, the Sky team, Adam Smith, Johnny Wish, everyone at Sky TV. Continue to keep on evolving the sport. You know, it's great. You know, everyone knows I'm a frank man, but you know, having other competitors in the sport is good for the sport. It's good for the sport because, you know, people want to put on these fights. The fighters are and promoters are putting differences aside and saying, listen, let's make a good fight that the people want to see. So, and you know, for every massive fight, somebody has to sometimes just let it happen. They have to say, bite their tongue and say, listen, we want to make this for the betterment of boxing. And I think that's what we're doing. Listen, Ben has put on Khan Brook, a fight that couldn't get
big boy fight. Big boy fight.
For years. And this young man is coming.
Taylor.
Eubanks against Smith.
Williams. That's a big fight. They got 1 million views, you know.
Exactly. So he's doing his bits, and long may it continue. Eddie Hearn, as always, has been the stellar promoter. Frank Warren is solid. All these guys are coming under Frank Warren. I always say that. There's a foundation. Frank is the foundation, I believe, and the history says it. And now it's good because, you know, you got George Warren now, Francis Warren, all these, all these guys are just making the sport and putting on these fights because it's not America. You know, these are British guys. Eddie Hearn's British, Ben Shalom's British, Frank Warren's British, Francis, George Warren, all these guys, Mick Hennessy, Cali and Nick.
Yeah, Tunde. Did you see? Did you see Mick?
God, we say
Did you see Mick Hennessy at ringside?
that. When yesterday, I did.
Yeah.
Now you know me.
He looks after Savannah. Tunde, he nearly get a heart attack to her.
Why? What you say that for? What you say that for? What you say that for? Bro, what's the matter with you?
He was like, get in there.
Bro, what's the matter with you? This guy Spencer, Shasti.
I said, brother, you want to behave yourself.
We need to have a word.
You want to behave yourself. You
Nah,
want
you
to
can't
behave
call
yourself.
certain man. You can't just call them like Dean is doing his bits. Dean is my people from back.
He's our people, but he hasn't got a promoter's license. Tunde.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
No, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, he ain't got a promoter's license.
Okay, I don't want to start getting
So what you got put him down with? Yeah, he is like the entertainment manager because his shows are packed. His shows are very, very vibrant. They're very energetic, and he's putting good shows on.
The thing I love about Dean, he's in his own world. He's focusing in on his own dreams, and he's doing the bits. You know, and listen, he can only grow from here. So big up Dean White and his promotional company, and keep doing what you're doing, Dean. You know,
Damon always supports the team. Thank you very much. Blessings, Sunday service, and I'm not missing it, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, do you know I'm on the other side of the world? And yes, we do know that you're on the other side of the world, but you always support the show. Just like everyone who comes in there, like on a Sunday service, you support the show. You come in and it's like, and I'm grateful. You know what I mean? I'm properly grateful. Where's this brother? He's taking liberties. No one knows how.
Isaiah Washington, I subscribed today and hit that like button. Awesome channel, fellas. Thank you, Isaiah. Much appreciated. Every person makes a difference. Every person makes a difference. Every single subscriber. And, you know, this channel continues to grow from strength to strength with your help. Because without you guys, and I think it's just the fact that we're just being ourselves. Like, we're just being ourselves. And that's you can't go wrong at being yourself. And we're not answering to nobody. That's the thing. We're not answering to nobody. We're just chatting the thing. And this is what people do. They talk normally on a platform. We're not saying nothing insulting, or I hope we're not, to nobody. And it's just the love of boxing. So yeah, we were supposed to finish. I don't know. Spencer's keeping us on for a hot minute.
Nah, he's like he can't link up to the thing. So they've asked him, could you do it tomorrow? No, brother, you can't do it tomorrow because it's Sundays. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm telling you, next week, man. Next week.
Sundays. But again, big up Ben Shalom. Fantastic card last night. Great.
Yeah, Tunde, you know what? I didn't see the war until today, you know, because when I was running at the bar in there, because that VIP bar, and just by chance I walking to go to the toilet, I found it, so I said, went in there.
Sorry, I got to cut you. When we left yesterday, me and Ant was gonna go to the after party thing here.
Yeah.
So when we was walking up there was some brothers coming down, and they was like, where you not going? I said, me and Ant, where you not going? We said, no, we got to the after party thing, innit? He's like, I said, we were like, how's it in there? He said, fam, there's 30 people in there, and 29 of them are man. He said 29 of them are man. He goes, listen, mate, you can go there, you'll have a good conversation about boxing, but it's dead, bro. We just turned back, went straight on the tube home. But yeah, that was funny. Oh, Shane Rashid, you was there. I don't know. Yeah, last night I just wanted to get on because it was I was so tired today, Spence. Last night was an electric performance and an atmosphere. Bobby Wright, thank you for the 449. He says, I'm in Germany for a few weeks, so I might miss a few shows, but I'm 100% back for the AY fight. November the 19th, we going to be throwing hands, man. Throwing hands. So make sure you all get a ticket online from Ticketmaster, or I think it's Ticketmaster, or AnthonyYard.com.
It's in Telford, yeah?
for Telford. Buy your
That
ticket.
you Ezra light heavyweight, you Ezra Taylor.
He's on there as well.
He's on there as well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I
Ezra.
wonder if he wants to come for sparring now, because last time he tried to set up sparring and he never turned up, but he went to Dubai to spar with Lawrence Okoli. And I told man, right, you lost your opportunity.
Nah. Listen, if he wants to come down and spar with Ant, yeah, we'd appreciate it. We'd definitely.
All right, cool. I'm going to try to set up something. I'm going to speak to you.
Definitely. But yeah, get your tickets for the fight from Frank's website. I think it's Ticketmaster. I'm not too sure. But definitely 100% you can get tickets for Anthony Yard's fight on anthonyyard.com. Simple. Cannot forget. anthonyyard.com. Other than that, people.
Yeah, we can jump off now, man.
Yeah, we can jump off. It's been a great. It's a warm up, Miss Ringside. You know, it's more. Listen, Anthony Yard could fight the Dustman. People are coming. Because it's just. I was saying this to a reporter last night. We want to see Anthony in the ring. The electricity. But what people have to understand as well, and this is something that Spencer can testify. Nobody don't want to fight him. So don't let people fool you that we don't want to fight.
Stop for a second, son. Is there a fight available? Yeah, there's a fight available. Well, we got Anthony Yard there and we're looking for some work. Right. A fight that would cost X amount, all of a sudden, their man are asking for 4 times the amount.
Ricky Summers, if you remember years back, they asked, Ricky Summers was more experienced than us. They said, listen, mate, Anthony Yard is the face of BT. I want money for that. And that's how it's been for us from Ant's second fight. It's madness. But I get it. I guess I get it. So it's not easy to match Anthony Yard. A lot of people talk, but that's how you duck a fight in boxing. You outprice yourself. That's how you duck a fight. Where a man might get 50 quid, now all of a sudden he wants $1,000. Jog on. That's what we say, jog on. So we're looking for an opponent. I'm sure Frank Warren's matchmaker, Steve, will do the business. We'll get to see Anthony Yard fight before we go into the massive one, which should be January the 28th in London. That's the big one. But for now, we get everyone gets an opportunity to see Anthony fighting on November the 19th. On the undercard, I believe, of Zach Parker against John Ryder. Big fight. That is a fight. John Ryder against Zach Parker.
Who shows that on?
Frank. That's the show.
TUNDE. That's where you know that. Because remember, John Ryder got the and I'm going to say, I'm going to keep it 100, dubious win over my boy there the other day.
Yeah, Danny
Jacobs, right? So I'm looking at that and I'm saying, like, you know what? Something for that fight, for them to say, like, yeah, go and fight in that fight. I don't know, man. Like I said,
it's a big fight.
It's a big fight, son. It's a big fight.
That is a big fight. John Ryder v. Zach Parker. It'll be for the WBO interim. I think.
That's a good title to be fighting for, because next episode for that is a world title. So we're going to see exactly what's going to go on.
Exactly. That's a big fight. Because remember, a lot of people felt that John Ryder beat Callum Smith.
TUNDE, I'm going to be real with you. He did beat Callum Smith. He did beat Callum Smith. In my eyes, he did beat Callum Smith. So, yeah. We'll see, because that is a big fight, you know.
Bro, when Frank told me, because I saw it on the internet in a week, but Frank told me, and I was like, bro, I didn't say bro. Obviously, I got respect for my elders. But I said, Frank, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. One which is a very interesting. But Lee said, yeah, Buatsi has to happen. I'm sure it's going to happen. It seems like it's a contest that eventually is going to have to happen. I still say, I ain't going to say nothing. It will happen. I think it's destiny. That fight to me sounds like destiny. It sounds like a Khan book. You understand? it sounds like a calm, but one of those kind of fights. So, what's another one, Spence? A Ben Eubanks. Like rivalries that did actually happen in British boxing.
What didn't happen?
Remember Wayne Alexander v. Takalu
And Richard Williams.
and Richard Williams. Howard Eastman against Richard Williams.
Yeah. Howard Eastman like Wayne Alexander as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Yeah.
Some of these fights have been happening. But anyway, Derek Chisora is due to fight Tyson Fury in December. Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua back on the 12th.
Back on the 12th. Has that been announced though?
No, but that's the talk.
Okay. Well, be good to see Anthony Joshua back in. I hope they don't put him in. I think he just should have a decent fight. One that he's expected to win, but he can get his, Hatton against Junior Witter. That fight never sadly happened. AJ against Wallen. Is that what they're talking? If that fight, that's a good fight.
You know what? I saw that up, and I'm saying maybe it is because AJ's mind is to try and get back with Usyk and Wallen being a southpaw.
Yes.
But the thing, I'm just going to be real here, right? Tyson Fury wasn't noted as a puncher.
Where you going with this, Spence?
When he fights Walling.
No, where you going with this, bro?
I'm talking. I'm going where I'm going. That's where I'm going.
You look like you guys to roll.
Tyson Fury wasn't known as a puncher. Right? Tyson Fury struggled with Walling. Walling cut him. Remember, he got cut in that fight as well.
Yeah.
Then the dad, John Fury, said, "Get rid of that Ben Davison. Get rid of him." Right? And then he went, and then he's gone over to Sugar Hill. Walling was always screaming out for an opponent. And he's like, boy, man weren't... Because he gave Tyson Fury a run in that fight. Go watch the fight. Gave him a run. Anthony Joshua has to be physically and mentally prepared in this fight.
That's what Usman said. Otap Ride 2596. Thank you for the 179. Thoughts on Usyk now. Have second thoughts on Wilder. Go ahead, Spence.
Right, I'm just saying to him, he has to be... Anthony Joshua has to be prepared because Walling, he ain't no joke, Remember, Dylan White was meant to fight him, and Dylan White said, to hell with this, I want to fight Tyson Fury.
Yeah, we got Mayweather, Deji coming up. Come on, man. Bro, we see Deji getting schooled by Cashflow. Floyd's little you. We never saw it, but by listening to what they were saying after the sparring, it's obvious.
Yeah, but you have to remember, this is an exhibition. This is supposed to be an exhibition.
It's an exhibition, yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say. But having said that, I take my hat off to Deji. Having said that, even though we know it's an exhibition, it's like people still want Floyd to lose. They want him to, even if he gets beaten, even if it's an exhibition, they've taken it as he's lost a pro fight.
Yeah.
Trust me. So I'm joking, but anyway,
Thingy, what's his name? Frankie Paul. He's fighting De Silva.
Why keep saying Frankie Paul? Frankie Paul is a reggae artist. Man.
No, it's Frankie Paul. His name is. But so that's not an easy fight,
Jake Paul against who?
Frankie Paul. Yeah.
No, that's a hard fight.
It's not an easy fight. I'm glad you know.
Anderson Silva can fight. So we'll see what Jake Paul's about. Anyway, Spence, we were supposed to end the show time ago. And I know Gary's sitting there saying, "Bro, I need to head out." So let me put on the sunshine glasses because it has been a sunshine weekend for not only women's boxing, but for boxing in general. And that's why I've got my shades on. Because, it's such a great night last night. But let me say, before I do end the show, thank you for everyone that joined us this Sunday evening. Still 519 people on the live. And believe me, it's you spending time with us is so much appreciated because time is precious. And that note, I'm going to send you off into the week saying, do not waste a second of your time. Run after your dreams, go after your dreams, pursue them with everything that you got. And anyone being negative, see you later. You're blocked. Sunshine. That's how you deal with them. Straight blockage. You don't waste energy dealing with people that are not for you. If they're against you, let them be against you. You just keep moving. Ladies and gentlemen, we end by saying, dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Peace, two things. We're out. Join us next week. Listen, we're going to talk about next week. But yeah, maybe I'm gonna get some guests on next week. All right, peace. Love you lots. Later.
Peace.